Focus on the woman sitting behind the bar counter. This is 27-year-old Rhiannon Whyte. She looks relaxed. She is surrounded by boxes of snacks, taking a quiet moment during her shift, perhaps thinking about her commute home. She believes she is simply waiting for the clock to run down so she can leave. But Rhiannon Whyte has only 3 hours left to live. She has only 3 hours left because 26-year-old Deng Chol Majek is sitting in the background, watching her every move. Look at the top right of the frame. That is him in the gray hood. He isn't looking at a phone. He isn't watching TV. He is staring fixedly at Rhiannon. Rhiannon's plan for the night is simple: finish her work and go home to her son. But Majek has a different plan. He is already waiting, and his plan is killing. Let's go back to the beginning of the digital timeline. The time is 8:30 p.m. The location is the lobby of the Park Inn Hotel in Walsall. Hotels are transient spaces. The data usually shows constant movement. Guests checking in, luggage rolling across the floor, key cards being swiped. The digital noise is high. But amidst that noise, there is one static signal. Focus your attention on the seating area. Deng Chol Majek is sitting there. He is not a guest passing through. He is a resident. And tonight, his behavior pattern breaks from the norm. The sentencing remarks describe his behavior as specific and sustained. For substantial parts of the evening, he is doing one thing. He is staring. His head is turned. His eyes are fixed. He is staring in the direction of the reception desk. Behind that desk is Rhiannon Whyte. She is completely unaware that she is being studied. This is the first critical phase of the crime, the selection. 11 p.m. The hotel begins to quiet down. Rhiannon's shift ends. She logs off the computer. She steps out from behind the safety of the desk. Watch the timestamp. 11:15 p.m. Rhiannon heads for the main entrance. Now look at Majek. The moment she moves, the waiting ends. He stands up. There is no hesitation. He doesn't check his pockets for a room key. He exits the hotel immediately after her. He has already prepared for this moment. He is not empty-handed. Concealed within his clothing is a Phillips head screwdriver. This detail is crucial. You don't accidentally carry a screwdriver to a train station at midnight. You bring it because you have an intent. He steps out into the cool October night. Rhiannon is ahead of him, walking to the Bescot Stadium railway station. The hunt has begun. The distance between the hotel and the station is short, but in the dark, it is isolated. Rhiannon is walking alone. She believes she is safe. She does what many of us do when walking alone at night. She reaches for a digital shield. She takes out her mobile phone. She dials a friend. This phone call is the most haunting piece of evidence in the timeline. It represents normalcy. But behind her, the gap is closing. 11:20 p.m. They arrive at the platform. Bescot Stadium station is empty. There are no ticket inspectors. There are no other passengers. Rhiannon is standing on the platform, still on the phone. Majek steps onto the platform. He approaches her. There is no audio of the interaction, but the phone call data tells us everything we need to know. There is no argument. There is no demand for her purse. The attack is immediate. The phone call cuts dead. On the platform, the reality is violent chaos. Majek attacks her with the screwdriver. The medical evidence shows that Rhiannon does not freeze. She fights. But the assault is described as frenzied. Majek strikes her 23 times. 19 of those wounds are to her head. He overpowers her. She collapses to the concrete. But Majek's work isn't done. He stands over her body. He doesn't check her pulse. He reaches down. He takes her mobile phone. He turns it off. This is a cold, calculated digital decision. He knows the phone is a tracker. By turning it off, he is trying to make the crime disappear into the dark. He turns around. He walks calmly back in the direction he came from, leaving Rhiannon alone on the cold platform. Majek moves toward a footbridge crossing the River Tame. The CCTV captures him crossing. Midway across, he stops. He takes Rhiannon's phone and throws it over the railing. It splashes into the water below. He also disposes of the screwdriver. He is now clean. At this point, you might expect a killer to run, to hide. Majek does not do this. Instead, the GPS data tracks him on a long walk around Walsall. It is nearly midnight. He has just committed a brutal murder. Yet, he finds a shop. He walks inside. He buys beer. Pay close attention to this action. Buying beer is a leisure activity. It suggests that his heart rate is under control. He consumes the beer. He is cooling off. And then he makes the decision to return to the Park Inn. He arrives back at the hotel. But the scene has changed. While Majek was buying beer, the crew of the next train found Rhiannon. They called 999. Now, at the hotel, the reflection of blue flashing lights is bouncing off the walls. Majek is standing in the hotel car park. He sees the lights. He knows exactly who is lying on that platform. This moment is the most disturbing part of the entire case file. The CCTV camera in the car park records him. He starts to move his body. He is dancing. He is laughing. The judge later describes this explicitly. CCTV shows you dancing and laughing against the backcloth of blue flashing lights. He is celebrating. He is mocking the emergency response while paramedics are trying to keep Rhiannon's heart beating. Rhiannon Whyte dies in the hospital 3 days later. The charge is upgraded to murder. Police arrest Deng Majek. He sits in the interrogation room. He looks young. He tells the detectives he was born in January 2006. He claims he is 18 years old. If he is 18, the sentence is lighter. But investigators trace his journey backward through Europe. Records from Germany reveal the truth. When he was processed there, his papers listed his birth year as 1998. He is not 18. He is 26. The court orders an age assessment. 2 experts interview him for 4 hours. This interview reveals the true nature of the man. When asked about his life or the crime, he shuts them down. But he is polite about it. Before every refusal, he smiles and says, "Thank you for the question." He repeats it. "Thank you for the question." The lie does not hold. The judge rules he is an adult. On January 30, 2026, the final judgment is read. The judge lists the aggravating factors: the premeditation, the screwdriver, the 23 wounds, the dancing.
Your refusals were typically preceded by the words, "Thank you for the question." The authors of the report described your provision of information as one of strategic selectivity, having regard to every aspect of your conduct before, during, and after the assault on Rhiannon. I am sure that your intent was to kill. In my judgment, your age and level of maturity provide no mitigation. The evidence shows a level of maturity which is consistent with your true age, and indeed a chilling composure.
For the murder of Rhiannon Whyte, life imprisonment. The minimum term is set at 29 years. Deng Majek will be in his mid-50s before he even has a chance to speak to a parole board. Rhiannon Whyte is gone. The digital trail tells the story of two plans that night. Rhiannon's plan was to go home. Majek's plan was to kill. And in the end, the man who danced in the flashing lights is left with nothing but the four walls of a cell. And the silence.